As the human race progresses, technology seems to be getting way better and better as life goes on. I mean, just a few decades ago, computers started, the internet was made, AI was made just recently. Man, it's so hard to keep track. It's funny because a lot of the time it's just like, it's so hard to believe how fast technology has grown, but also how messed up it's become. Technology is in a weird spot right now. What was once meant to be useful now becoming a harm and a way for multiple people to take control of others. I know what you're thinking. This guy's gonna hit some crazy conspiracy theory. I gotta get my tinfoil hat on to make sure he's lying. I'm not. Most of the time you start to realize a few things, and that's that people are relying on their tech a little too much. Back then, the only reason that you would send a letter or something is to like ask a person from far, because normally it was easier to just walk up to a person, greet them, ask them the question, and then leave. But instead of like sending a letter through the mail, wait for a few days, get the letter back, and it just wasn't. It was more convenient to walk up to a person and talk to them. You talk to them face to face, bonds were made, and then that's it. Now though, you just kind of ask for a person's connection and then you talk through there. So, is tech really causing isolation? Not necessarily, it's more so how it's being used. I mean, most social media apps have an algorithm. Everyone knows what an algorithm is by now. And if you don't know, an algorithm is basically what your data is to an AI, and the AI is like, I know what you are, I know who you are, take this video, you're gonna love it. And most of the time it's true. You are going to love the video. But, unfortunately, now we've reached the era of short form content. It's actually very simple how short form content works. It's about the size of the recording that I'm doing now, and it's about the length of a minute. In fact, seeing as this is probably like what, probably the 30-minute mark, depending on how I edit this down in all the bloopers, if I'm gonna keep some in. Yeah, probably lost interest by now, and I'll respect if you didn't. I mean, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say maybe one person's on their phone right now. I could be so wrong, and I really hope I am, because it'll be so funny. But can't help it. And I don't blame anyone for being on their phone at this moment. I mean, I'm pausing a lot. I really wouldn't blame you. Why would you listen to me on the projector or on this YouTube video when you can just go on TikTok, go on YouTube Shorts, go on Instagram Reels, literally anything better, and just find whatever content that's made catered to you? Who knows? I'm uploading this on my TikTok. Maybe someone will enjoy this. But the algorithm and the remittix, and I'm making up words again. Analytics, there you go. As a content creator, I should know that. The analytics will tell me that no one's going to find interest because sometimes people just don't want to hear it. Some people just know that they're screwed and they're addicted, but what's the harm? It's my phone. It's my device that I purchased. Or your parents gave. So what's the problem? Why should I care? And to be honest, truth be told, is there's no reason to not care. I mean, so what? You're addicted to your phone. It does have some complications. I mean, the complications mainly being that some people really do like to develop egos online. What I mean by people tend to develop egos online is that, well, sometimes there comes to cases where people start to act like they wouldn't in person. Nobody knows who you are online if you're concealing everything properly. If you have a different username, you hide your name, you hide your face, who the hell is gonna know you? And because nobody knows you, you could talk as much as you want. Because what's the worst that can happen? They dox you? Oh wait, that does happen. Sorry, my fault. I mean that they will dox you. Probably. Maybe. Or, you know, they just block you like a regular normal person. Either way, people like doing that. It's called trolling. People love trolling. Trolling is like a person's #1 goal in the internet for many. And it does also lead to cyberbullying too. Cyberbullying is a very big problem. So yeah, that's another problem with technology, is we just develop egos. And funny enough, sometimes that does actually bleed into our real life world, because we start to get so disconnected on what is reality and not, that, you know, oftentimes people do get jealous of what people post online. People look at other people's lives and it's like, damn, I wish I had that. Sometimes you don't really want it. I mean, yeah, sure, if someone's posting their life in the Bahamas, enjoying it, but like, shouldn't you be happy with what you have now? Make do with what you have. It is different to want something, but to completely envy it is a different story. And that tends to happen a lot online. In fact, a lot of depressions as of recent, I wish my computer would stay on so my lighting is perfectly fine. A lot of depression as of recent has come from the internet. I mean, like I said earlier, cyberbullying is one thing. It's also e-dating, but that's a whole different scenario. In conclusion, yeah, technology bad. We should go back to being cavemen. I'm not saying that though. Technology does have its uses. I mean, hell, it helps a lot in the medical industry. Let's not drive past that. In the medical industry, technology is great, but at the same time, it's not really our fault either. Like I mentioned earlier, the algorithm is a real thing. Why do all that when you could just open up TikTok or YouTube or Instagram, get exactly what you need at the right time? Because companies love our data. Data is being taken everywhere. Every step you take, every restaurant you visit, every Wi-Fi connection you connect to, every device you ever talk to is all being recorded. And companies will use that data to see what you like, give it to an AI, and the AI thinks that you'll like something, and oftentimes that keeps you scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling until it is 12 p.m. a.m. p.m. a.m. no a.m. yeah 12 a.m. and you've already wasted your entire day on a single app. So what do you do to circumvent that? How do you fix isolation from technology? Well, the first idea is put your phone away. Now. Quitting your phone is never gonna be easy. And realistically, all it takes is setting up screen time warnings. Or if you're with a person, at least try to focus on them more. Build a bigger connection. Don't just sit there and on your phone constantly just scrolling away or checking social media. Especially if the other person doesn't have this problem. It's really disrespectful. And if you don't want to be a disrespectful person, then just don't do it. Now, if you do want to be disrespectful for a person, by all means, do it. Go ahead. See their reaction. Watch your connections crumble because you decided to just stay on your phone. Hell, if you have a good friend, have them set up your screen time password. Because what are you going to do, guess it? And for those that need it, therapy is always an option. There are many organizations out there that focus on technology-based depressions, especially when it comes to addictions. So yeah, that's it. You can click off now.